I think I'm on fire.
Hey guys, and welcome back to We Watched the Movie. We got a special, just one-off episode for you today.
Whatever.
We're going to talk about worst movie experiences of all time. Everybody's had a bad movie experience at the theater, and we're going to talk about ours today, so that you guys can palather and describe below what your best
and make up words.
So,
okay, Dr. Seuss.
But yeah, you guys can let us know what some of your worst experiences, and then we'll talk to each other and we'll just make love. It's not going to be a big deal. I mean, just take off your pants.
Oh my god.
All right. I'll start. And one time, me and my wife went to go see Saw, like 4 or 5, or one of those crappy movies. I don't know why we went to see it, but we just did. But we're sitting in the middle of the theater. There's like maybe 8 people in the theater total. And these 2 people, as always, sit right in front of us. And we're just sitting there, and something was amiss from the get-go, because, like, I don't know if they were doing drugs or they were doing some sort of sexual act.
This is just funny, dude, because you went amiss. Are you Sherlock?
Something
was amiss in the English wind.
No. Why do I have that?
I don't know.
But no, something was weird, because, like, there was a guy here and a girl here, and they would just keep dipping down, double dipping. They would dip down for a second, then they would come up more awake than they were before. They'd be like...
So they were probably doing something illegal.
They were probably doing some drugs.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Something was really weird about him, and I'm really ashamed of myself for this next part here, because I don't know why. We didn't get popcorn this time. I don't know if I didn't have much cash on me or what, but I was hungry, and all of a sudden, like, this girl turns around and she's like, hey, and she's got this bucket of popcorn, and she's like, you guys want some popcorn?
And she just hold it up out of the bag?
Yeah, she's like, hey.
Oh god.
All reason went out the window.
With track marks on her arms. You guys want some popcorn?
No, but like all reason, normal thought went out the window. And I was just like, buttery goodness. And I just started eating it, and Katie, and like mid handful, I turned around and Katie was like,
disgusted.
What are you doing? No, and I realized what was happening. I was like, I'm eating these weird people's popcorn.
You're eating Junkies popcorn.
Oh my god, right out of the palm of my hand. So many diseases.
I can understand, though. Out of the darkness, a hand came out, and there was buttery goodness.
Yeah, all I thought was popcorn. That's it. And that wasn't the end of it either, guys. So, like, immediately I was like, here, you guys can have this back. And they're like, okay, thanks, man. And next thing I know, he just lit up a cigarette right in the middle of the theater. And the whole time, I'm just, like, in shock. I'm like, is this happening? And that was really weird. That was a really bad movie experience for me. It was kind of entertaining, though, but I might have contracted...
You might have contracted something bad.
I might have got a disease from that.
And mine wouldn't even be considered a bad experience. I guess it's embarrassing more than it was, like, really, really bad. So I went to see this movie called Jurassic Park, directed by Steven Spielberg, when I was, like, 12 or 13 years old. I was excited to go see it, and my uncle took me, and my brother... And I remember watching it. I had my little hot tamales there, and I was so excited to see this great dinosaur film. That's all I knew about is dinosaurs. And I'd seen the commercials, and I loved it. So I was sitting there, and right at the opening part of Jurassic Park, when they're, like, feeding the raptors, and the guy's feeding, and, they're feeding it, and all of a sudden that guy gets grabbed by the raptor and, like, pulled into the cage, and he's being killed. I think I went into a shock, like a lockdown of my brain. I just remember everything slowing down, and just that scene, and that was
like a child's loss of innocence.
I really was. I just remember the hot tamale box in my hand slowly dipping down, and nothing mattered. I didn't care. And I remember dipping down, and then all of a sudden I just started hearing, and it was the sounds of the hot tamales hitting the floor, and it just scattering all over the Regal Cinema. And these people were looking around like this, and they were staring, because I was just dropping these things everywhere, and my uncle was like, oh God, Jesus, but the damage was done. Hot tamales everywhere. I was embarrassed the entire time. And then I realized later, as I got older, I was like, that was complete shock. I was in complete shock. My brain had retreated. The ones that were in front of me and behind me were like, there's the boy that dropped his tamales on me. They were like giggling. I was like, I'm just a child. Okay, guys. So if there's any kind of like, is that all? Is that all the bad experiences you got?
I've got plenty more in the bank, but we won't talk about those today.
Don't cash out yet.
Okay.
So guys, thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe below, and send us in your comments on whether or not you've had a bad experience, because I know that everybody has, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot just go to a movie all the time and be like, I've had great experiences every time I've went. There's got to be a bad experience. So let us know what's your bad experience. And until next time, this is Jay, and this is Mike, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Because it was pretty shocking graphic. Even now when I've watched it, I'm like...
Oh, Jay, it's not a fucking review for Jurassic Park. I'm sorry. I don't know where that hostility came from.
Daddy, don't hurt me.
Sorry.
Visit your local doctor.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Give me some cheese. But something is amiss in the Circle K.
Totally.
Totally. Introduced.
You alright? My jaw locked for a second.